And we're back. And we're back, which we're going to bring back to that at the end. So, at this point
What's
in
up,
time,
Wisconsin?
we are going to talk about 10 of the pop culture headlines from this week. And Ashley, why don't you start it out?
I'd love to deal you the hand of Sharknado 3.
I have to say I enjoyed Sharknado 3 and do think it's the best of the Sharknado films. And the one thing that that movie could have used more of was product placement. I would like you to talk about the first clip we've seen of the Full House unauthorized movie on Lifetime.
I have PTSD. It was so awful, and not awful in a way that like Sharknado is awful. Like that's awful good. This is just straight up embarrassingly awful. And yet I'll probably watch it.
Probably.
I'll watch it. I'll watch it, yet I was embarrassed to watch the 2-minute preview. The end.
Okay. Next
Uh,
up.
Thank you. I take that discomfort you've given me and I raise you. How about the chick in the JCPenney shorts?
The J.C. Penney shorts chick makes me laugh because one, I've been in that situation before. And two, the fact that they do sell that clothing in that section, in that store, but don't allow them to wear it is just quite amusing to me. And the fact that she has somehow spread this message across the world. Like, how come none of my shit goes viral? I put some funny stuff up and it goes like, what, 147 people see it on Twitter? How did she get this across the world? Okay, so
The injustice.
Okay, so speaking of injustice, let's talk about, or why don't you tell me about, because you watched it and I didn't, someone tossing a ring on The Bachelorette.
Oh man. Oh, poor Nick. He just can't cut a break. He just can't catch a break. Uh, in a very contrived, dramatic, the most dramatic dumping ceremony ever, he took the ring off, the love ring from Ireland when they had the one night stand. He stood the bachelor before the fantasy suite, the bachelorette, and he took the ring and he threw it. But really, it's fine, Nick. It's really fine. They all end up single. She will be single. She said they're going to be together forever, which I think in bachelor terms means like another 4 weeks, possibly. You give it two?
No, I did the together forever success.
Well, and the guy she picks looks like Alf. That's all.
Oh, he does. Oh, man.
Like I can't look at him. I cannot look at him
There's
without
no
thinking
more needs
Alf.
to be said. You've taken that to the top.
I'd like to go back to Full House for a second because our hopes and dreams that were shattered oh so many weeks ago when the casting announcements were made might be made better. Can you tell me what you think about the Olsen twins teetering on the edge?
Well, I do love me some Olsen twins, and I would be very interested to see if they came back, if they both are on. Like but they're cousins, identical cousins.
Identical
Like, what's going to happen?
cousins.
Because there was that cousin from Greece that looked just like her, and they got to be on screen at the same time. But in all honesty, I think the whole thing is a sham, and it breaks my heart that they're going to do it to us again. But I think the producers are just making that up, saying like, "Oh, they're teetering on it," simply because they didn't say hell no. But I really find it doubtful that they're coming back.
Well, and I just want to say this. I loved the bait and switch on the twin game. They were like, we got the twins back. Not
Yes,
those twins. The other ones. The
the
ones
ones
that were
no one
toddlers.
cares
You don't
about,
remember them?
the ugly ones,
Because we've
Nikki and
just
Alex.
unearthed them from a gas station in Nevada.
Yes. Okay, so
Nikki and Alex.
I'm going to make some kind of segue from a gas station and I can't do it. Today is the anniversary of Ruth Jenner winning the decathlon. So my question for you is, should the headline say anniversary of Ruth Jenner winning the decathlon, or should it say Caitlyn Jenner? Because now it is Caitlyn Jenner and apparently has always been a woman on the inside.
I'm just saying, I've seen the highlight reel. He's the most muscular man with a penis. I just want to say that was clearly a man in a singlet competing in the male division. You can be Caitlyn now. I mean, I don't want to tick anybody off, but what I'm saying is it's okay to have had an identity shift and now you feel more comfortable being Caitlyn. I think that's amazing. Good for you, girl. And yet, 30 years ago, you were Bruce. The end.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Moving on, I would love to know. I have not seen yet the Mockingjay Part 2 trailer that's come out. Have you seen it?
I have seen it. I was like a giddy little schoolgirl because I love me some Hunger Games. Just like I love me some Harry Potter and some Star Wars because I am a nerd girl. But the thing that I'm most excited now, I'm the person who, when I watch those trailers and they go real fast, I like pause it for each frame so I can see every shot. And they end, of course, with a shot of her in her black, like, Mockingjay, like, with the arrow, which is fine. But the shot right before that is her and Peeta making out. And I was so excited because I love Peeta. I don't care. I know Gale's hotter in the movies, but I'm a Peeta girl.
Are you really?
Mm-hmm. I can't wait. I love Peeta. I love him. And I saw him in LA once, and he is a tiny little man.
I was about to say, he's like he's almost like, hey, was he supposed to be here? Is he supposed to be in The Hobbit? Like, he's like he reported to the wrong set. Well, we'll use him. I mean,
he did, but he did to the center of the earth. Anyway.
It's like Sean Astin. Yeah, he's attractive in like the way that Rudy was.
It's not even it's not attractive. It's just, I think it's just his character. And I think actually he and Jennifer Lawrence are both really great actors. Obviously everyone knows J-Law is, but I actually think he's a really good actor. And so he's just sold me on that Peeta character, which I loved in the book. I think he does it. So speaking of very short people, did you see Tom Cruise lip sync on Jimmy Fallon?
I did, and good God, it will replace for me an image of him ever jumping on a couch. It was so much fun. So much flipping fun. And he totally teased risky business. That whole thing and throwing Jimmy off was enough to seal the whole thing for me, but he went for it. He's out. He's doing the Top Gun moment. He's bringing in audience members. I was like, oh, I guess I just don't care that you're crazy and a Scientologist. And
that's exactly what I tweeted. I said, I don't care that he's a
sacrifice live animals.
He looks damn good, and I am not a fan. Like, I don't have the hots for him, but he looks good. Like he looks like he's like years have come off of him. Maybe it's the Scientology thing.
It's the fountain of Scientology. He actually looks like his Madame. I mean, honestly, he looks like if he was next to his Madame Tussauds wax figure, it would be hard to figure out because he actually looks like he's been preserved in porcelain. With the hair.
I was thinking that. I was like, has he gotten like stuff put in? Because how does he have that much hair still? I mean, obviously it happens to some people, but when they're lucky.
Yeah. You spend a lot of time in solitude thinking about alternate religions. It just does good things for you.
I guess so. Next.
So, okay, it was a continuation in the week of breakups. Wah, wah. The latest is Blake and Miranda.
So, here's my thing. Is anyone surprised about this? Like, I don't want to be a hater. I don't want to be a love hater. But they're never together. He cheated on his first wife, with her. She's way younger than him. And I don't know. I feel like a lot of times when I see them at award shows, you see now they're like, ooh, they're Blake and Miranda's tender moments. But I feel like you saw more moments where they didn't even look like they cared. Like the last couple of country awards, like they'd be like standing next to each other, they wouldn't be touching, they wouldn't hold hands, and then one of them would win and they'd give a little pet kiss. I don't know. Maybe they were already. I mean, obviously, since they were like, we're already divorced, this was probably going on, but I'm not surprised at all. And I think it's funny when you see all these headlines like shocking breakup. I'm like, is it shocking? Like, are people shocked that their parents get divorced anymore? I mean, it's just silly.
No, this
tabloids
also
are just a pain in the ass.
I can't imagine he's an easy person to be married to. Just, I mean, all the things that make him so likable on like social media and on The Voice, his drunken antics and interviews and stuff. Not really what I'm like, he's mine, back off, ladies. Like, it's more like, hey, that guy's funny, not mine.
I
also
feel like he's totally flirty, and she kind of looks like a girl who would get annoyed by that. And when I see him at awards and stuff, I feel like he comes across as like, yeah, look at me, I'm cool and I'm funny. And she kind of comes across as like, I'm pretty laid back and you're annoying the piss out of me. Right?
That's exactly it. That's exactly it. All right, we're nearing our 10 and 10. What you got for
I
me?
see your Blake and Miranda, and I raise you a much bigger breakup with much bigger headlines. Jen and Ben.
Ouch. Okay, I was totally buying the we're co-raising the kids, we're gonna wear the rings, we're gonna camp out in Atlanta for the summer. I've been trying to figure out where they are. Now we may be stooping the nanny. Eek. Unoriginal. Unoriginal. Like, I don't know. Jude Law. Uh,
Yeah.
Ethan Hawke. Mm, Robin Williams. I think he pulled that number too. Like,
Oh, yeah, you're right.
just come up
Jude
with
Law,
something
though,
more
the
original. Although he's doing
like,
all his like, I will threaten everybody with my big giant financial sword and kill you all if you, like. So I don't know, but it's fishy. Plus, it was on the cover of Us Weekly, so obviously it's real.
it must be true.
Everything I read on the internet and on Us Weekly is real.
Yes. Of all the tabloids I trust the most, Us Weekly is right there at the
It
top.
is. It's absolutely there.
It is.
It was a good
Okay,
week.
well, I think that wraps up our week. There was a lot of good stuff this week. Very
Yeah.
entertaining. And